Welcome to the Self Reality Podcast, a show where we like to talk all things reality TV, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and all of our feelings about them. I'm your host, Angie, and we're here today to talk about Survivor, Season 49, Episode 7. Here to talk with me about it is my brother, Nick. Welcome.
Hello.
You're very
I
orange
have
today.
hiccups. It's the orange hiccup day.
Orange
Yeah, I am
Hiccup
orange
Day.
today. Wait. Oh, yeah, because it's the Step Brothers.
The Step Brothers shirt, that's right. So Nick and I are here to talk about the merge. But before we get into it, please like and subscribe here at the Self Reality Podcast. While you're at it, Nick has two podcasts. First of all, he has Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, a show where you talk about wrestling the way it should be talked about, right? There you
Kayfabe
go.
Wrestling Talk. It's how
Ah.
wrestling is meant to be talked about.
That's right.
Let's go.
So go check that out, like and subscribe, and then also go on over to the Dirty Glass Podcast, where Nick and Denny talk drinks, they rate them, and also everything in between. Booze reviews for the unrefined. Check both of those out and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Bunch of drunks getting drunk. Let's go.
Let's go. So let's go, though. What everyone here is here to talk about is Survivor Season 49, Episode 7. Last week, our friend Shannon, the guru extraordinaire, was voted out. Aftermath at I can't even remember what camp they're at this point because they've switched so many times. But the aftermath with Steve, Jawan, and Sage is hooray! Happy,
Yeah, they're just
happy,
hanging
happy.
out.
They're hanging
It feels
out.
like they're just hanging out in their living room and they're roommates, just chilling.
Exactly.
Especially
And
when
then
the boat arrived, because
okay,
it reminded me of like if you're hosting Christmas and you don't really want to see anybody and the family shows up and you're in your room and you can hear everybody showing up, you're like, I guess I got to go out. Kind of what it felt
I
like.
think I may have had that happen to me.
For real, it's happened to all of us. People show up, you're like, I guess I got to go out there and say hi to people.
Well, and vice versa. People didn't want me there, maybe. Or they didn't feel like it yet. You know what I mean? Like you're showing up at a party or something, like, oh God, the family's here or the people are here. But it was funny.
And I guess they're rightfully nervous since they did vote out one of their teammates.
They did.
Teammates.
Well, I mean, they've named their alliance Bottoms Up. How do you feel about the name? I think it's a pretty good name.
I don't mind it. I mean, I don't know. What does it mean?
Well, I look at it as having a dual meaning. It's either bottoms up, cheers, cheers, right? Or it's like they're coming from the bottom up. Could be either.
Oh, because I thought it meant they're getting screwed.
No, I think it's more they're coming from the bottom up. Cheers, we rock and we're gonna kick some bottoms and take names or what have you. So yeah.
All right, let's go.
So merge. So everybody's merging at their camp, which I can't remember which camp they're at. Maybe it might be.
I've never seen them do this before, where they're like, everybody go meet at a camp.
Yeah, it's weird. They usually kind of all have to come somewhere, and it's like a new beach, I feel like, isn't it?
And then Jeff goes, drop your buffs. Well, a lot of the time they'll go to an existing camp. Like they'll pick one, but they don't usually just ship them all to a camp where there's people there waiting for them to come.
And before they drop their buffs. And I did find them kind of laying back and not going down. Like I was actually getting uncomfortable with it because I'm like, you guys need to go down. They're going to be pissed off and be like, why are they not coming down?
It was weird.
Yeah. Like it was very weird. It was the wrong move. And let's talk about it because, of course, everyone is shocked that Shannon's gone because she was so beloved by many, or at least on the surface beloved by many. But here's what I don't understand. The story they made up, mostly true. They're like, oh, we have to act. So they embellished by saying Shannon went crazy, which I don't think she really did. I don't think that was necessary.
She did want to get Jawan out, but she definitely wasn't like hunting for idol. Like they definitely made it. They embellished it for sure.
Do you think they really needed to? Because ultimately she had turned on Jawan. The end. That's perfectly reasonable.
I think to trick everybody else, they might have had to a little bit.
Okay, I didn't think.
I don't know. I guess just saying they're going after Jawan, but I mean everybody else wanted to go after Jawan, so I don't. You know what I mean? So that
I know, but
that does like saying they want to go after Jawan makes Sage fine, but to like everybody else would have been like, well, to Sage, why wouldn't you just vote him out? We want to vote him out anyway. We want to vote him out anyway. So
okay, that's fair. No,
you know what I mean. So to make it seem like she's being paranoid to everybody and going crazy makes it a little more. Both of them are have an excuse. I thought it was a good move.
Okay,
it seemed to trick them.
It did trick them. I just thought it was odd and For me, I thought it was unnecessary, but it's a good point that
I
Jawan's
might
at
be
the bottom.
overthinking it, but like, because and I guess Jawan didn't know that, but I think
Yeah, he
maybe that's
doesn't
why
know.
Sage was like, maybe let's spruce this up a little bit. And I think she's talking about saving her own ass. I think Sage is one of the weirdest people I've ever seen on this show, but she's also the most astute when it comes to how people react, and she can read people better than I've ever seen anybody read anybody in Survivor.
And I think that's because she is so weird and she has had sort of that childhood of being bullied and ghosted. Like you need to become astute at people's behaviors to know what's going to happen and try to like
Sure.
you overthink and you
But we've
overanalyze
had
and you
lots of people have been
overassess.
bullied too, though. Like it helps
No,
the fact that she went through that, but she specifically, yeah.
but she also I think has some sort of innate ability too
That's
to
what I'm
do that.
talking about. It
Yeah,
just
and I
seems like she
agree.
can just read people, like sees right through them.
Which is amazing. I've liked her, you know this. I like the first couple episodes I'm like, I don't know. And then once I saw her game and her seeing through people, I was like, oh yeah, she's cool. Like I've liked, I've been Team Sage for a
And
while.
she's using that to play them. That's the hardest thing too. It's like because most people you can see through them
Give it
back,
away. Yeah.
right?
Not
Yeah.
her.
So it's a lot of people you see through back when they're, but like that reporter girl who's like, I want to work with you, I love you, blah blah blah. What's her name? Savannah.
Savannah. Oh, she's going
And
great.
Sage just like
Oh
saw
yeah, for sure.
immediately right through her.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
Savannah's got the crazy eyes.
Savannah's got now what we thought Sage's eyes were at first. Like crazy. She's losing her mind. She's like, oh yeah,
Sage has got crazy eyes. Savannah's got like she'll kill you.
it's like psychotic actually. Yeah, like
A
she's got
little
psycho.
psychotic, a little
Well,
bit.
and it's so intense. Like she's so intense. We'll talk about it a little later too.
Like if she
Later in
caught
the
somebody
episode.
cheating on her, she'd shoot them.
Oh, she'd like Lorena Bobbitt him or something, like
Just saying.
anyway. So
Just wide open. Anyway.
well,
And
and
she
it's also
talks. She says every syllable because she's a reporter, so it makes it
yeah.
sound even crazier.
Yeah, when you're that rat-a-tat-tat about it too. And I also found it interesting. So a boat shows up shortly after too. There's a challenge, the key challenge, which our friend Sage pulled it out and won to win an advantage. And it was a really good advantage. So they're just calling it Merge Beach right now. I just kind of noted that you have 5 OG Uli members plus Sophie Blue, now dubbed Soph. Although I'm like, Jawan and
Everybody's still
Sage are,
calling them blue and yellow.
well, because they've
Like I
been
know
doing that
Jeff likes
forever.
Soph and Sophie, but everybody's just like blue Sophie, yellow Sophie. Like let's just go with blue Sophie and yellow
Yeah.
Sophie. Soph? You can tell she didn't like that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, what about Soph?
I don't think if you're Sophie, you like Soph.
It's not.
I'd rather
Yeah,
be called Fee.
Fee's good. So you have 5 OG Uli. You would think, and this I wanted to talk a bit about this too. I mean, if they wanted, they could kind of clean sweep and just like get rid of everyone and be the final 5. But Sage and Jawan are like, no way. And at first I'm like, but they're at the bottom. So I actually think it's a good move. And then I think as time
Agreed.
goes on, because I was just working it through my mind, like, would I do that? Because like you do kind of have a guaranteed, but it's smart to be the first one to turn, frankly, because no one had any. Like, I mean, this was truly well played by Jawan. I was worried he couldn't play it, and Sage is an excellent actress. Like they played.
I'm
this
surprised by
to
both
the
of their
T.
play in this season so far. Jawan, I underexpected him.
I
and
totally
Sophie,
underestimated.
I brushed her off the first time I saw her. I'm like, she's at first vote.
Oh, Sage, yeah.
Sage and Jawan both. I was like,
and
this is over for them. They're running the show.
They're totally running the show, and no one has any concept. Like Savannah again,
because they think they're both idiots. These smart people are underestimating them, and they know that though. So that's the beauty of it, is they're playing that. It's a masterpiece.
And I'm really rooting for both of them right now because I think it's really well orchestrated. I think the lying and the play and turning it around on them because Savannah, Savannah would turn on anyone in a heartbeat if it would get her further in the game. Like Savannah's not going to be committed to anyone. And Savannah has disliked Jawan from day one. From day one. She can't stand him, and she's never liked Sage or respected Sage. So they have the challenge. Nick, we're at the challenge, I think now. And what is the challenge? This is like a double challenge. Yeah, it's a
the first challenge. Let me see here. Dig out huge boulder that's dug into the ground, and it's a very big, heavy boulder. They have to push boulder through obstacles. Collect machete on way. chop rope to open a new obstacle, continue pushing large boulder to very small platform, climb on ball to get over the top of the platform, which would be very difficult for me, with teamwork, and then you got to do a survivor word puzzle. Did I miss anything?
So they got split into no, you didn't. They got split into 2 teams to do this.
They split them into 2. That's right. And then the team that wins gets the survivor feast, and then gets to go on to the second challenge to try and get immunity.
Yeah, individualist time.
Now, you want to talk about Sage's?
Yeah, Sage's advantage is she doesn't have to participate in that grueling, horrible challenge because it looks
It's like the best.
exhausting. Like,
Yeah.
that looked brutal. So it's kind of split equally. The winners of the
It came
challenge,
down to.
it was.
Came down to.
I have to say, it was an excellent effort. I can't remember. One of the teams was ahead by quite a bit, and then it was just neck and neck at the end. In the end, Nate, Steven, Yellow Sophie, Rizzo, and Blue Sophie plus Sage all win and get to compete in the individual immunity challenge. Plus, they get the meal, which is a huge deal.
Rizzo,
And
the Mickey Mouse of the group.
Mickey Mouse of the group. He's something else, and
He's
it's
so
and
goofy, it's ridiculous.
yeah, everything about him's goofy. It's so interesting, and that's how you do it on Survivor, is the expression which Jeff very emphatically says, like to kind of, I think, to hint. And then we're over to the individual immunity challenge, which is it.
Well, he does. Interesting thing Jeff does say before, though, is Jeff does drop the news that there is spots on Survivor 50 still up for grabs.
Right. Oh yeah,
and
before they even start.
This is where you get into the Survivor Hall of Fame when the merge happens, and then
Which you always say too. Little nugget.
It's nothing until you're in the jury, right? Except for maybe that guy that got bit by the snake. I feel like he might just be.
I feel like he has a chance. I feel like Jake's in it. I really feel like Jake's got.
I don't know, but I think so. Yeah.
A foothold. Pun intended, because he's actually right. He's actually an interesting guy. I think he's an interesting guy in good TV.
Yeah, this is exactly
so,
why. This is exactly.
And Jeff.
Now I don't know how many are. Do we know how many are available?
I think it's like it's a lot. It's 2
3 or 4.
No, yeah. I think 2 to 3. Jeff's really trying to ramp everyone up. I feel like he almost knows everyone's like, that's not 50 or something. I don't know. Like, he's really trying to push people. I guess he always does, but. That was an interesting drop too.
The funny thing though, this is the best season since pre-COVID. So
I would agree. It's interesting.
Like, this is a great season.
The cast just works phenomenally together, and I would agree with that.
I feel like some of them are like Saturday Night Live characters.
I mean,
when they do the
Sage
skits,
Sage and Rizzo,
for sure. Jawan, Rizzo,
Savannah. I mean, because of her intensity,
sure.
I think Shannon was. I think Jake was. You're right. They're very. They can seem like on the surface. I'm sure there's caricatures almost, because we're only seeing like a really, really small portion of who they are. So it's super interesting, and just that combination is fascinating. So we're on to individual immunity, and this is an endurance challenge. What's the endurance challenge?
So like you gotta hold. So there's a big long stick with a flat surface, right? And you got to hold it and balance a ball. It's like this, like it's a small surface, maybe like this.
Small, and it's
right.
There's not even a lip on the disc that the ball's sitting on.
And then you got to stand on a beam, and then each section of the beam gets skinnier. So you start at the first section holding really close to the ball area, and then for 5 minutes, and you go back down to the skinnier, and then you got to move your hand up so it's harder to balance. And then the third step is like you're holding it right at the end, and it's like this high, and you're like trying to balance. It's a tough challenge. Uncool Sophie wins first immunity challenge. That's what I call.
Well, and she's not quite as whiny this episode. I'll give her that. And I think she knew, because I believe Sage mentions to her name's getting thrown around, or she does at some point. I think she did
get brought up before this challenge, I think.
It's before the challenge, so I think she had sort of an even stronger impetus to win this, and she does. So then it becomes who's going home, because they all still think they're voting tribe lines, original tribe lines, right?
I gotta tell you, it was one hell of a performance by Uncool Sophie, though. That was impressive to win that challenge.
I don't think I would make it like 30 seconds in, like the ball without a lip on that thing, man, and having to balance on a beam and stuff. No, she did a great job. She really did. So we go back to camp. MC, I forgot about this. She still has to find the hidden immunity idol.
This is one of my favorite moments of the season so far. Her looking for the idol. Like she gets the map, right? And then she's got to find the key. And you got Savannah following her around. And MC's creeped out. Like MC's scared of her, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
Because she does mention the crazy eyes and like, this girl's psycho. And MC could
Let's
snap her
work
in
together.
half, right? Yeah, it's just like,
But
but then
MC's
they find the
also
key and
has
they both like tackle down. It was crazy.
when Savannah goes for that key, not even knowing what the key is, and she's there
It
like
kind of
with
made me
crazy
like her.
eyes.
It kind of made me like her a little bit.
You've always liked Savannah. I think she's just getting crazier and crazier. But what I found
Just
the
good TV.
crazy it is. But don't you find the craziest thing after that? She's like, I'm down to work with you, MC, like after trying to get the key. What are you talking about?
And
Like it's so
standing there to make it awkward. She even said, "I'm standing there as long as I can to make it as awkward as possible." It's
and,
beautiful.
I'm down to work with you. I'm down to work with you after like diving for the key. What are you talking? And then starts just talking at her. MC's scared because even though MC is very physically strong, there's something about crazy that's scarier. It doesn't matter, right? Like it's not going to be a hand-to-hand battle. Okay, she's going to lose her. Like we'll get to it in a second. Sage is smart to want to get rid of Savannah. That would be my first pick too. Like she would need to go, and she's out of her mind. Like I don't know if she's always out of her mind or she's just like slowly descending into complete and utter paranoia because of Survivor or a bit of both. It's super interesting. So MC lies, smart. Oh
She's
yeah,
just
I'm
very
willing to.
She's very competitive,
Yeah,
Savannah.
but
But
there's
it's
competitive and then there's crazy though,
yeah,
right? Like competitive,
yeah. She's
sure.
leeching over into crazy for sure.
Yeah, heavily, heavily. I mean,
I
each
don't
each
say that.
episode it gets worse and worse to me. So MC does end up getting the immunity idol, but of course everyone knows, and she rightly knows that Savannah's going to spill the tea on all of that. So now you have Sage saying she wants Savannah gone because you called it when we first started talking on this episode. She sees right through Savannah.
Mhm.
Like she can see this chick's crazy. She is going to make life a living hell for me. She is not going to be loyal to me. She doesn't actually want to work with me. She just wants numbers. I'm the first to go, the first second she gets. Let's get rid of her. And that, to me, would have been the smart move. Savannah, I mean, but others want to play it safe and let's vote out Nate because we have the numbers and he doesn't have, whatever. It's like Nate is not harming. Like, I'm not saying, not maybe next time, but like, he's not crazy. Like he's reasonable. I wouldn't want to keep an unreasonable, volatile person there. You know what I mean? Like it's just you don't know what they're gonna do. But and then you have old Uli targeting Steven. So I'm like, oh my god, and they just played it so well. They're like Sage and Jawan were like, yeah, Steven, totally agree, whatever. You have Rizzo saying he trusts and not gonna play his idol, although I don't know. I think he's trying to throw people off. So it's kind of like at a certain point, it's Nate versus Savannah. Rizzo's name gets thrown out too, because then Jawan wants Rizzo gone. It's very convoluted. And this is
There's a
how
lot of
we're
names
just,
getting thrown out.
yeah.
Like it seems like every 10 minutes something. That's what they said. It's like every hour the plan
I always,
changes.
and then
Steven
I
mentions,
always,
I just hope it's changes so many times. I hope everybody's got the same name because broken telephone can be
yeah.
one hell of a thing.
Well, and you have to be careful who you're talking to and who sees you talking to
Hmm.
them, whatever. I think that was about all I had. It was a lot of, and this is like for camp life, because I think it's just that's very common when we see a merge that a lot of different names get thrown out, and you have sort of the whole bottoms up little group working together. And, Hina was smart to take them in. Like, let's form a voting block because they don't know those three are like in their own alliance. So they're basically voting along with Hina, like original Hina plus Alex. He didn't feature too much in this episode. So I think that's about it. We get to tribal, and I thought it was interesting at this point. We've got like three things possibly in play. We've got Rizzo with an idol, we've got MC with an idol, and we have Blue Sophie, or I like Cool Sophie with the knowledge is power. And Rizzo gives this big, I'm going to play my idol. Then he doesn't. Spoiler alert. I think he's just trying to throw everybody off. And I think Rizzo, what team is he from originally? Is he Hina? I can't remember now. I don't even know.
Yeah. What's red? I think because he wears red. So
Is
whoever
he
was
red?
red.
Okay, so he also thinks he's safe because he thinks it's Uli then. Uli's strong and
Mm.
it's not. So I did actually think it was going to be Savannah. I wrote that down so I would remember, but it was not. But it was a super interesting vote because it was like play for play. It was Nate, Steven. Because the three, how many votes did he get? 1, 2, 3. He got 4 vote. No, Steven got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes. Yeah, so it would have been Cool Sophie plus the three Uli who are still working together.
Now,
But as
one of
soon
the
as I
best
saw,
votes, they just have it on Savannah mostly
yeah,
when
yeah,
they're
well,
counting the votes, right? And she's like, and then she notices the extra one go to Nate. She's like, she just turns into crazy eye Savannah again immediately. She's like, oh, yeah.
I wrote down if looks could kill for Savannah
Yeah,
at this
100%.
blindside, because I think once they got past, I think there's like, they probably expected to see 3 to 4 Hina, like 3 Hina, maybe 1 from Alex. But as
Yeah.
soon
When they
as
hit the
that
fourth
next one,
Nate, she was like, yeah.
they all were. Savannah, Rizzo, and Sophie's faces were like, oh my God. I thought it was a great blindside. I still
I
think
mean,
they
the
should have
jig is
gone to,
up. So
yeah,
how are they going to play it after, right? Because the jig is up. They know.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. They picked a
I mean,
side.
Nate's a smart guy. He's like, oh, these 3 people voted against me or whatever. But if they can all get along, they can just take all them out because they have the majority.
Yeah, they could get rid of, so they could get rid of, it's now Savannah, Rizzo. I think Blue Sophie's smart enough, like she might want to like reconsider aligning with Alex and Hina, and then it would just be Savannah and Rizzo get hit. But you know, I still think, again, seeing next week's episode, I think they should have voted Savannah because she's now going to lose her shit. She is
100%.
going to be a nightmare.
She's dangerous. She's
Like
dangerous.
she's
One thing you
Go
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
she's
gonna
going
say
to
she's
be
emotionally
tough to rein it.
dangerous. Like she's gonna be mean.
Yeah, she's going to be tough to
And
rein it.
even
Yeah.
well, and even like I think Sage says like she's almost bully. Like I think she's gonna end up being shitty to Sage, which I get. Like she, she turned on her, but you would have done like we'll see. I'm getting ahead of
I
myself.
think
I
we're
just
going to
feel like
see the real
Savannah's gonna
Sage pretty quick though, because I don't think Sage's going
good.
to put up with the bullying.
No, I think someone who's been through what she's been through, and I think she has done some healing, and she is very sharp. I don't think she'll put up with it either. I think she strong
manipulated
enough.
them all. She outsmarted
I
them
know,
all
it's amazing.
with this vote. Just incredible.
Well, that'll piss off Savannah because Savannah really thinks she's Savannah thinks
pretty
she's
high on
really
herself.
smart.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, I'm not going to say I'm a reporter because like that'll I don't think reporters are smart, but not all of them. Like they're not all that smart. Like it's not I would hide that friggin' profession.
Being a lawyer,
Matt was
I get that a little bit.
Little bit, and
a producer for Marvel, I get that a little
I'd
bit.
probably hide that, or I would hide like Matt.
Professional.
Remember
athlete.
Matt hid Matt hid that he was a financial high up brokerage guy. Sure, okay,
Even
that
though
makes sense.
He ended up saying it to everybody. That screwed him.
Well, and he's now gone. So there you have it. But Sage, she really thinks she's like the puppet master. She really does. That's why her face looked like she could kill everybody. But it was a good episode. It was good. It was chaotic. Sage and Jawan, standout stars for me in this season, which I underestimated both of them. I will own it. I did not see this coming.
I'll tell you one thing we forgot to kind of mention.
Okay.
Jawan talking about how Survivor is basically a horror film. Oh, and you just hope you're not the one that's getting killed this week, right? It was an interesting comparison.
It's a pretty good analogy, I would say.
The music starts there,
and then they have
hopefully.
I thought that was interesting too. So, did we forget anything else? Because it was quite a power-packed, busy episode.
I think we're pretty wrapped up.
Okay.
I think that's good. All
right. Great. So, thank you everybody for watching. Like and subscribe. Give us
best
comments.
episode of the season so far. Sorry, I know I'm walking on your.
That's okay.
Thing. Best episode so far. Okay, like and subscribe. Go ahead. You do your thing.
Well, like and subscribe over here. Go on over to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk and the Dirty Glass Podcast. Like, subscribe, watch all that great content over there. And we will see you on the next episode. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.